It's that time of the month again. I'm on my period. Nah, just kidding. So this thing released last month, and if you guys know me, then you know I'm kind of into this stuff. The Nintendo Switch 2. The last console I bought, the Nintendo Switch 1. I bought this like a year at. I bought the Nintendo Switch 1 like 4 years after that shit released. I was late as hell to that party. But this right here, I bought this like a month after. I know I wasn't early, but I also wasn't 4 years late. So yeah, it's a nice console. I got it from GameStop. I bought the Mario Kart World Bundle, which I kind of do regret because I kind of wish I bought the actual like physical case with this. That would have been cool. But it's like $30 cheaper than actually buying the game itself, so that's pretty cool. I want to talk about the console, but more importantly, I want to kind of talk about Nintendo currently and their current game output and just the really weird stuff they have been doing recently. So you motherfucker! I'm gonna quit talking about this box. Smooth transition. Whoa, that was the smoothest transition ever. You guys can see me in the reflection. Anyways, this is the Nintendo Switch 2. It's a very sleek design it has. With the older Nintendo Switch, each Joy-Con, like the left one had this sort of blue, neon blue color scheme with the whole controller. This one had that reddish color. This one, they went with a way more sleeker design with the whole console being black, with these controllers just having the slightest bit of that color, just only within this pattern below the thumbsticks, which is pretty cool. Controllers look kind of the same when you're just looking at it like this. These are pretty much the same. They're a little different, of course, but it's mostly like the same types of buttons. There's no really new buttons until we go over here. This is mostly the same right here, but then home button's right here. Then we have this chat button, which I'll talk about that later. Outside of the console on the back too, we have a kickstand. A brand new kickstand. This is way more durable than the flimsy ass kickstand that was on the Switch 1, because Switch 1 kickstand, it was like right here, and you just take it out, and most of the time it would just flop over, and like the kickstand would like and just break off, and that'd be terrible. But with this, it's way more durable, and it feels like much more heavy. It looks flimsy, and it looks like very flimsy. I have a lot of trust in this thing, and you can prop it up and it goes like that too. It's just a very good kickstand. Of course, you can disconnect the Joy-Cons as well, which with the old Switch, there's like a button you could press at the back. With these, you kind of do that. It's kind of like the triggers, but you go like that. You disconnect them, and you connect them back with magnets. They're magnets. Let me just put this down right here. Disconnect these. And the Joy-Cons, now that they're out, they look a lot more different. Of course, this part right here is a lot more bigger, and these buttons are actually buttons, unlike the original Switch 1 controllers, which the buttons on that one were very small and minute. So like, if you had people over and you're trying to play games, but you only have like 4 Joy-Con and no actual like controllers or anything like that, you guys would probably have to play using this fucking thing. It was so uncomfortable, but now it's a lot more bearable. But yeah, there's also that, which that's where the magnet connects, I'm pretty sure. Before this console came out, people were worried that like, oh yeah, I might actually bend my console to where, you know, this little part in here breaks or something like that. But like, no, it's pretty sturdy.
Off the console backward.
Of course, no one's actually going to bend their console so hard to where that breaks, because you're probably gonna bend this whole ass fucking console if you actually do that, but this is just, it's pretty sturdy. And yeah, that's it for the outside of the console. There's an extra charger right there, so if you have it propped on the kickstand, that's pretty hefty. That's pretty good. The game cartridge thing in there. You got your game. Got Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Just put that back in there. And this thing, it's a lot more durable. It doesn't feel flimsy. It's a lot more bigger. I feel like with the outside, they just improved upon a lot of the problems with the original Switch, and that they made the thing less flimsy, and the thing is also bigger as well. So that's pretty cool. Nice little logo right there. But yeah, let's get on to the actual console. So UI is very similar to the OG Nintendo Switch. Of course, these are my games. These aren't all my games, but those are just the games I have downloaded right now. So it's very similar to the Switch 1 UI. There is this kind of gradient around things, which does make it colorful. You have your themes as well, which, where's that at? Themes, and then it's like dark. That's definitely cool. I'm gonna stick with the white for now, but just because I think the games pop out more on the home screen, I don't know. I might change it. This console is I think it's very cool. It does come with Mario Kart World, which I'll say my opinions about that game, because I don't feel like making a whole last video about Mario Kart World. You guys probably already know how I feel about this. I think it's cool. I think it's a good game. I do like the new aspect, the new kind of gimmick it adds in the whole open world thing. I think that's pretty cool. Do I think this game's worth $80? No. I don't think any game's worth $80 if I'm gonna be honest. I think 60 is a nice fine price point for these AAA first party Nintendo games. Just because $80 is very steep price. Like Super Mario Odyssey, that's worth $60. I think that's a better game than Mario Kart World. It's just, I don't think it's well valued at $80, but it's whatever. If you get this, they for sure priced that so you could just get this within that bundle for only 50 less, but it is a download code or whatever. Games I've been playing Cuphead and Deltarune on Nintendo Switch. Of course, I've been playing Mario Kart World and Smash Bros. Those are the 4 games I've been playing the most. I've been enjoying Deltarune a lot, actually. I played the demo because I wasn't sure if I was gonna like it because I've never really played Undertale. But I do like Deltarune. I might make a video on it. I don't know. Also about the videos on FooWave, just wait patiently, I guess. I'm really busy at the moment with life and my Nintendo Switch 2. So I guess now would be a good time to show you guys one of the new features. We'll take this. I mean, it'll work with any controller, but we'll just take this. Flip it on its side. You can see a little sensor right here. That's kind of a new part of this. Flip it on its side like that. You guys see that? That's a mouse. So I'll put it closer. You guys can't really see that too well because this is a little bit far. But you guys can see that it has a mouse ball, and you can use the controller while you're using the mouse as well. And you can click on stuff. You can click on the photo gallery and click on your little photos. What is this? You can use the things as like. Yeah, I think it's really cool. I think more games should use this. I think Cyberpunk uses that feature. I have Cyberpunk on my PS5, so I don't really have a reason to play it on Switch besides the portability factor, but only reason I actually really buy a Switch is for Nintendo games. I really don't use the console for much else. And speaking of Nintendo first party games, we have Mario Kart World. There's also Donkey Kong Bonanza, which I did buy online. It is coming tomorrow, so I'm going to play that, and I might make a video on it. I don't know. Just depends on how I feel about it. If I feel it's worth a kind of video on this channel, then I will make a video about it. But let's start talking about the stuff I don't like about this console and Nintendo. So you guys might notice this little thing. This tells you that so on the original Switch, if a game had this little game card above it, that means, oh yeah, this is a physical game. You know, sometimes the game card would be empty. That's like, oh yeah, the game card's not in there. You can't play this game until you put it in there. This is a digital game. There's no physical game card for this. So what this is a digital game key card. And practically what that is that all digital games and even some physical games, I'll put an example. I think the new Zelda ones have this feature, but what this is it's a So if you're buying digital games, it gets added to this little menu of your virtual game card. And what this is it's a way. So let me go to my other account because that's where I have all my game cards. It's basically virtual games, but it's locked to your account. And I was trying to get my game cards from my old Switch to my Switch 2, because I really wanted to play Smash Bros. Because it was on this account. And I had to unlink it from my old Switch, which was a very tedious process because I really didn't know what I was doing. I did figure it out, but it's just a very weird process. But the whole virtual game keycard thing, it's very weird. It's very strange to me, actually. It feels like a useless feature, and it feels very I don't know, because if you have a physical game and it says that it's a virtual game key card, so basically what that means, if you have a physical game that comes with an actual cartridge, you insert that cartridge, the game gets downloaded onto your system, and so you don't need that cartridge ever again. You could throw that shit away for all you want. But with that, you can't give that cartridge to someone else because that just unlocks a game onto your system. So it's very weird. It's so weird. From what I'm aware, some physical games don't have the whole keycard thing. It's just a lot of the Nintendo Switch 2 versions of Switch 1 games have the keycard or whatever. But that's all I'm gonna say on that. Let's visit the eShop real quick though. I'm gonna go to my account here real quick. So you see all your games here. Then you got Donkey Kong Bonanza for a good $70. $70 isn't terrible price. It's just $10 more, but 60 is just a nice rounded out price. I feel. I really don't know why Donkey Kong Bonanza is $70. They pulled that stuff like 2 years ago with the release of Tears of the Kingdom, and that being $70 as well. And that was very controversial, but I really don't like Nintendo right now. And the fact that they're trying to pull this stuff and normalize this price, because this is just insane. This is... Shut the hell up. I don't like the fact that they're trying to normalize the very high price of $70. I think even though $60 is $10 lower, I just think it's a good price for AAA titles like that. But what I do want to talk about is this. Nintendo. Are we serious right now? Nintendo Switch 2 Welcome Tour. So I remember watching one of the first Nintendo Directs for this thing, where they showed off this game specifically in a trailer. And I was thinking, wow, this is kind of a cool, neat little novelty thing. You can see like, oh yo, what does this button do? What does this button do? Whoa. How do I use mouse stuff? Whoa. You can see all the features of the Switch 2 in a neat little way. And then they announced they had to pay for this game. You have to pay $10 for it's essentially should be a pack-in game. This should come with the Nintendo Switch. Mario Kart World comes with it, but like this should come with the Switch for like free, or at least be a free game. I don't get why. I don't know if anybody's actually buying this game too, because besides diehard collectors or anything, I don't even it's a digital only game from what I understand. So it boggles my mind a lot why. I mean, it is only $10. If they try to sell this thing for $60, I don't think anybody would buy that besides, I don't know, idiots. But that's just a weird thing with the console. Then there's also the game chat button, which I'm not gonna use that. I don't care about Nintendo game chat. There's also a camera too, and there's a piranha plant one, and then there's a microphone too, which is it's weird, but it's kind of kooky. I like the piranha plant camera. I think that's freaking cool. The console though, I think it's very high quality. And overall, I do like the Switch 2. That's it for this video, guys. Also about the SpongeBob videos, or the plush videos. They're not, I don't know. About the plush videos on the channel, I'm working on a plush video. But I'm also working on making more videos for FooWave Extras, which is just the series where I was just talking about stuff. Last episode I was talking about my game collection. I want to talk about more things besides games, like music and I guess TV shows and movies as well. Expand my horizons for this channel as well, as I'm also trying to expand my horizons for the main channel and do videos for that. because right now I'm working on multiple videos, so I can kind of like pump those out. So yeah, just be patient for those. Until then, I'm probably gonna play and finish Deltarune Chapter 2, and if I like it, I'll probably buy the full version with chapters 3 and 4. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Gotta turn off my Switch.